She told us that she had been involved in Satanism, and as I quizzed her a little bit, she said that she'd even gone as far as child sacrifice.
Well, I found out like the Satanic prayer, Riv Roth Drol Et Nifo Isau Lil Lud Idana. And it's basically, all it is the 23rd Psalms upside down and backwards.
Are you telling me these are adults in your town that are employed vocationally in different ways, but that are undercover Satanists?
There's people that are, there's an insurance salesman in our town that's a Satan worshiper. 99% of the stoners in our town are Satan worshipers. They'll go out there, they'll start playing heavy metal music, everybody will get high, and then they'll say, hey, let's go somewhere else, and you'll end up at the cemetery.
During this time, there were human sacrifices, and there were children and teenagers abducted off the streets that he told me about.
That were killed? You mean your friend was involved in Satanism where he saw actual human sacrifices?
Yes.
You're kidding.
No parent or teenager can be ignorant to the meteoric rise of satanic occultic activity in the United States. After having visited over 100 cities, speaking on this topic, debating Satanists, I'm convinced the message of truth must get out. And now we're going to go to Oklahoma City, where 6,000 kids are going to experience a message that we've entitled The Edge of Evil, the Rise of Satanism in North America.
You know, teenager, after going to city after city after city, I began to notice that teenagers were coming to my assemblies in public schools, and they were a new category. They were not freak. They were not just on drugs. They were not new wave or punk. These kids were quite distinctive in that some of them, I noticed on the little web between their thumb and right index finger was a satanic emblem. Some of them on their notebooks had what was called Nactus, or Satan spelled backwards, and when you look closer, they had the pentagram tattoo, and some of the girls were dressed in black. Closer looking at their fingers, I noticed they had skull rings, and for months this bothered me. The only thing noticed in his bedroom was the decorative heavy metal rock posters of Venom and Slayer and Ozzy and a few others. New inductees are then taken to a private room. They are given certain privileges, and some of them is sex. Hey man, let's get high. They say it's really cool to go all the way, and this girl's really good. Dr. Al Carlisle tells us that annually he believes at least 50,000 human beings are sacrificed in this world called Satanism. Beelzebub. And it's the girls who come up and say, Jerry, I've had sex with so many guys I can't even remember. You say, what are they, Jerry? Some type of whorish type girls? There is a category of music today that has lyrics that are pro-Satan. Lyrics that are saying something like this: it's okay. Lyrics that chant sayings that others have later said, I started chanting that, listening to it, I got into the groove of it. Whether it's Venom or Megadeth or Slayer or whoever it may be. I mean, why can I sit in a concert hall and watch thousands of young people gyrating and going along with a theme of music that doesn't seem to make sense, and to say, this is great? We're going to get drunk, we're going to get stoned, we're going to get laid, we're going to have fun. She said, I went to a party, we prayed, we drank blood, and I invited Satan to come into my life. Then she stood up, pulled her hand back like it was an arm on a batting machine, and slapped me so hard she almost knocked me off that chair. I grabbed her hands, I brought them down, I led her in biblical steps of renouncing Satan, and she invited Jesus Christ to come into her life. Do it, Jerry, do it. Pull it, Jerry, pull it. Do it, do it, do it.
The following signs should be used as a point of comparison, along with your instinct, about what is typical behavior for a youngster. You may make a judgment based on oppositional behavior. a refusal to follow rules, running away or sneaking out of the house, a change in friends and often an unwillingness to bring new friends to the house, deterioration of schoolwork, suicidal thoughts, behavior, or suicidal threats, sudden cheerfulness or persistent sadness, drug and alcohol abuse, change in eating patterns or sleeping patterns, low self-esteem, a fear of failure, feeling of unloved or unlovable. If your son or daughter or someone you know is exhibiting one or more of these signs, I want to encourage you to call our toll-free hotline number, 1-800-SAVE-A-TEEN. Now that's 1-800-782-8336, where trained counselors that we endorse associated with the Century Healthcare program are available to answer your questions, provide you with over-the-phone counseling, written information for you to study at home on children and teenagers and mental health problems, and assist in locating and providing transportation for an evaluation or admission, or they can direct you to an appropriate intervention or counseling service in your area.